Check two. Check three.
To the first presidential debate between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. That debate scheduled to last 90 minutes, and a big point of contention among the campaigns was candidates' microphones. They will be muted, only turned on when it's each candidate's turn to speak. The audience and neither candidate will be allowed to ask each other questions.
Welcome
In Philadelphia, ABC News is hosting, and you can watch right here on WFAA at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to the program. How you doing, everybody?
It's so New York. It tastes amazing.
It's so New York. It's so New York. What are we watching here? How you doing? Hey, welcome, everybody. Welcome to the program. My name is Marcus Conte. We're going to talk about there's a big debate. The big debate. The big debate. The long-awaited confrontation between Kamala Harris, who is fresh off of acting lessons, it appears. She's taking charm lessons and acting lessons and speech lessons, how to speak to certain audiences in their colloquial language, right? She's experimenting with accents and everything. And we'll see if any of that comes through in the debate tonight. You could almost expect Trump to bring the fucking blowtorch and the wrecking ball. That would be Trump's proper strategy to totally go in. That's tomorrow night. Excuse me. It's Tuesday night, not tonight. But tomorrow night, the big debate, and it's going to be it's going to be in Philadelphia. It's going to be hosted by CBS. A couple of unknown characters doing it. Trump has agreed to it. So we'll look at the details surrounding this big debate, because this might be the last chance we get to see Kamala Harris actually answer a question. And I guess the Democratic electorate doesn't seem to mind. Looking at the polls, it does look like the polls are now the honeymoon, which always happens after a convention or after something new and fresh happens. The honeymoon wears off, and it looks like Kamala Harris's honeymoon is starting to fade a little bit. The polls are tightening. Trump is tied and or up across the country in most of the swing states. Pennsylvania especially is interesting because right now in Pennsylvania the polls are tie. I'll be honest. I'm in Pennsylvania right now. I live in Pennsylvania, and I drive around, and I could tell you there's more fucking Trump signs up than Kamala Harris signs. That's first. When you drive around, people are now brazenly showing their "Make America Great Again" signs, and it is noticeably more Trump on the sign. So we'll look at that and see how this is, if there's any shift after the polls, after the debate. Remember, the last time Donald Trump debated a presidential candidate, the presidential candidate dropped out a week later. So is Kamala Harris on a collision course? Right. We'll look at the rules surrounding that. That's the big story. And also, I don't know if you knew it or not, gentlemen and ladies, that one can, in fact, fracture one's penis. Now, I didn't know that. I had no idea I didn't know there was any bone. Is there bone? Like, fracture means broken bone. Like, you could break your penis, right? This is very educational and philosophical, by the way. This is not sexual in any way. It's just looking at the human species and that there is an erectile function that is required, I guess, for reproduction. But I never knew that you can break your dick. So we'll look at that story, a very fascinating, extremely educational bit of information, so that you don't hurt yourself. And what else? There was one other thing going on. I forgot what else was going on. Oh yeah, the cat ladies, right? We're talking about. We might be tomorrow night at the convention, at the rally, at the press. Can't get it right. At the debate tomorrow, we may be talking about childless cat ladies, and so we'll talk about the cats out there in Queens, New York, in Shea Stadium. There's hundreds of cats, stray cats. Occupying the old Shea Stadium, and they built a new stadium called Citi Field, I believe. Never been there, but what are you going to do with the cats, right? The cats, don't the cats have squatters' rights? Don't the cats, hundreds of cats, people go there and feed them, and now they're thinking about knocking down their home, right? The fucking old Shea Stadium. And where are the cats going to go? Right? The cats are going to be terrified, and they're going to lose their home. They've been there for 100 years. So we'll look at the cat story. And thank you, everybody, for joining me. Vinny Martini in the house. Vinny, what's up, Vinny? Weevil Girls here. Our wrenches are in the house. Jeremy Dark Gang. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing? Jason Hule, Jason, Ron the Church, how are you, man? Michael, G75, and everybody else who's lurking. Thank you all for being here. This is my thumbnail. That is the Martian that lives inside of the severed penis. That's the vessels inside of the penis, followed by Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. And the stray cats of Queens, So I got a website every morning, 9 a.m., like it or hate it. We are live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right here in the great United States of America, Eastern Standard Time. And we inquire to find out more about the world we live in and the world inside. Because there is a vast universe within each one of us. I bet you didn't know that. Right? As vast as the world is, when you open your eyes and look out, you say, my God, look at all of this action and look at all this stuff happening outside of me. Right? But the fact is that as immense and insanely full the outside looks, so is the inside, probably more detailed. You have more feeling to what's going on inside. So I don't know what I was just talking about. But anyway, if you want to follow this program, these are the types of things we follow. Well, we try to find out what's going on both inside and outside of our bodies. And you can follow this program on BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, Getter, Truth Social, and right here on YouTube, live every morning at 9 a.m. If you want to contribute to the program, you can do it through Zelle, shorthappylife@gmail.com, or PayPal or Patreon, or and that's about it. Get your white privilege out of here. Get your white privilege. White man. Big case coming up November 4th and 5th via Zoom. I really do hope everybody shows up for this. Folks watching, this will be a free, open gathering at the New York State Division of Human Rights Zoom meeting. I'm going to put up the details, how to click on the day of the hearing. All you'll have to do is click and you'll go right. If you have Zoom installed in your computer, you'll go right into the meeting. You'll be you won't have a camera and you'll be muted, but you could see and hear everything that's happening in real time. And you'll see yours truly state his case, and you'll see the other attorneys argue against, I guess, if they even show up, right? They may settle before that. But we'll find out. That's all coming up November 4th and 5th. The infamous case of Conti versus the Brooklyn Hospital Center that's been lingering for years. And we're finally getting to a hearing next month. Amazing. Right? So Kamala Harris and Donald Trump will debate in Philadelphia tomorrow night, Tuesday. Here's what you need to know. What do you need to know? So they're going to face off. The playing field is different than it was 2 months ago when President Biden, who cares? Harris has, I want to see what the details are. When and how to watch. You can watch it tomorrow. It's 90 minutes. The National Constitution Center in Philadelphia at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Man, that's late. 10. You're going to be up till 10:30 if you're not a night person. Sitting up watching political debates at 10:30 at night is a little steep for me. So I'll be watching it in the morning. I'll be Wednesday morning. I will be up early watching the debate because that's what I do. And let's look at the rules. These are the rules for the debate. This is maybe the last chance, the first and last chance you might see Donald Trump and Kamala Harris face off, or at all, right? You may never see that. You may never see this again. So the debate rules echo those agreed on for the June matchup. What June matchup? These are the preliminary rules. Microphones again will be muted unless a candidate is speaking. Interesting. Okay, that worked out pretty well the last time. It prevented people from talking over each other. And a lot of times, Trump should realize that if you let the Democrats, especially someone like Kamala Harris, just talk, eventually she's going to gaffe herself because she doesn't really know, she knows detail and she knows facts, I guess, and statistics, but she's not a leader. She doesn't have that leadership skill, right? I don't think. I think Kamala Harris needs to be told what to do most of the time. And so being up there without notes and being against, I guess, arguably one of the greatest political debaters of our time, Donald Trump, she's going to be in a shitload of fucking, she's got a shitload of problems going on right now. This thing. All right, so that's what I think. I think Kamala Harris's head might explode tomorrow, and we might get to see it live on the fucking live stream. So Mike's muted. No audience. Its rules are typical debate style. Interruptions. No interruptions. Right? Don't interrupt each other while they're speaking. Mike's muted. What else? That's it. No notes. We know that. No notes. No teleprompters. What to watch for? Harris is mostly going to be. It's a stand-up, no audience. Okay, so if you watch the Biden-Trump debate, it's going to be, and it's done by CBS. That's important too. I forgot to mention that. CBS is going to host it, and it's not George Slopolopoulos doing it. It's two other people. Their names kind of elude me. What's the fucking name? So yeah, the Heritage Foundation. They're gonna, it's. I keep hearing the commercials here in Pennsylvania, and they keep trying to coin and/or link Trump to this Project 2025, which Trump has nothing to do with, really. It's some think tank penciled it, and it kind of echoes a lot of, I guess, Trump's theories, Trump's vision, but it's not Trump saying it. It's just a think tank. Right? Somebody made it up. And Democrats are running with it. They're on TV saying, we're looking to not denigrate the other side, and we're looking to eliminate divisive politics. And meanwhile, they're trying to link Trump to some very, very rather divisive idea of this Project 2025. The point is, Project 2025 is like a 900-page, manifesto written by some think tank. And it has nothing to, it's not Trump doing it. Trump can neither prevent something like someone from going 900 pages. I mean, it is a presidential election, and it's going to draw that kind of attention. But this for the Democrats to say that Trump penciled this Project 2025 is a lie. Right? They know that it was a think tank outside of Trump. They know that somebody else did it. They paid a lot of money and they did it. So that's one of the things we might expect. And then the debate. All right, so we're going to see a debate tomorrow. And who do you think is going to win? There they are. There's Trump. There's Kamala Harris. They're going to face off again with CBS asking the questions. The mics are muted. They're both standing up. There's no crowd. There's no crowd roaring. I don't know. I think that one of the ways to rig a live event is to pack the audience with your people, right? Screaming and yelling for you and hating on the other guy, right? So we're not going to have any of that. Is that a possibility when you invite when you filter an audience and let them in? Is that likely that the audience will favor one candidate? Of course it is. Is that a way to manipulate the debate? Of course it is. So having no people in the audience is actually a good idea. Standing up, muting mics, it looks good, right? We'll see. Is Kamala Harris going to get her hands on those questions prior to the debate? Probably. Donna Brazil's name has been mentioned in the mix. Now, if you remember who Donna Brazil is the woman who got caught working for CNN, handing the questions, the debate questions that for an upcoming debate between Trump and Hillary Clinton. And Donna Brazil got caught giving the questions to Hillary Clinton. All right, so that's who's involved in this. CBS, Donna Brazil, people like that. You can almost expect that Kamala Harris will have the questions. Does it matter? Against someone like Trump, I don't think so. I think it'll be like, it doesn't matter because you know what the question's going to be anyway. They're going to be about January 6th, the insurrection that never happened. It's going to be about what we just talked about, this Project 2025 that doesn't exist, which is just a piece of fiction written by some think tank. So these are the types of things we're going to look at. How is it affecting the polls? Here are the polls, and then we'll get down to the broken penis while we're talking about the polls. Sunday, that was yesterday. Trump is up by 1. New York Times is saying that Trump is up by 1 nationally. When you tally in multiple candidates, Trump goes up a point to 2. So still within the margin of error. Latest poll, CBS, has Trump 50-50 with Harris in Pennsylvania. Tie. A fucking dead heat in Pennsylvania. Harris up by 1 in Michigan. Harris up by 2 in Wisconsin. Now, she was way up in Wisconsin. That seems to have come down dramatically. I saw 3 and 4 in Michigan as well. So the polls are definitely tightening. You got to call this a tie. On Friday, well, at least according to New York Times and CBS. But what about other polls? Look at this. In Florida, Trump by 5. Trump by 4 in Texas. Trump by 10. Trump by 10 in the great state of Ohio. The state of J.D. Vance. Oh, Trump played his card well with that one. Trump, if this is true, Trump, this is the Hill Emerson reporting Trump up by 10 in Ohio. Where else? National, Emerson, Harrison by 2. That was Thursday. In the great state of Montana, Trump by 15. So the national polls are very, very tight right now. And that's good for Trump because it wasn't so tight a little while ago. When Trump was running against Biden, they were off the scale for Trump. And then Biden drops out and Kamala Harris comes in right before her convention, gets a giant honeymoon bump. and now suddenly she's the favorite by 5 or 10 points. But now that the honeymoon is over, and man, is it getting cold outside here in the north of America. As the temperature changes, so does the climate in the election. Now, it is important to know the polls at this point, because right now, in a city near you, people are beginning to vote. Early voting, I believe, has begun in most of the United States of America. Now, that was never the case in American history, right? I'll educate you on American history because I'm old enough to do it. When I was a kid, no one early voted in a presidential election. Everybody went to the polls, got up off their ass, went to the polls, went down to the library or the church basement, and went in and cast their vote. And that night, we knew who won that election. Right? That's how it used to work. Now, they slow it down. Right? Oh, we don't know. There's all these mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots? How the fuck can't you count the mail-in ballots in advance? Why do you have to wait 2 and 3 weeks? Oh, well, there might be more stuck in the mail. No, fuck you. If you didn't get your shit in the mail early enough, then your vote doesn't count. Right? Why should somebody who's late to the party, right? Why should some guy who election day is Tuesday and on Monday he drops his shit in the mail and votes absentee? Why does everybody in the country have to wait around for that idiot for his fucking ballot to come in and be counted? No, if your ballot is not in the hands of the people that matter, right? Before the Tuesday night, when the rest of the country is voting, then your vote doesn't count. That's how it should be. We should know in America, if we have an election on Tuesday, we should know who won that election on Tuesday. Now that's not the case anymore, right? And that's where the shenanigans occur. No. See these ballots are still coming in, and we're going. But these over here came in, and they're not postmarked correctly, so we're not going to count those, and those are all for Trump. But these over here, we're still waiting for more of these right here because these are really good, and those are for Harris. That's how they do it. That's the rig. Right? If you want to call rigged elections, that's how it's done. Right? That's how it's done all across the country, and everybody turns a blind eye to it. Oh no, that's not what it is. It's not. No. These poll workers are just if they cheat, they're not cheating. Right? So the polls are tightening, and the fear of an executive cheat is well in place that we have to watch for. So doomed cats. So here's a wonderful cat lady feeding these stray cats. She shows up with a box of Friskies, wet food, and, cats get their food, right? So what is the story here? Willets Point Project is intended to revitalize the down-drone area of central Queens, but activists say developers have neglected to address one key community with squatters' rights, the so-called Shea Stadium strays. So all around the old Shea Stadium and Citi Field are these wonderful stray cats that people do feed. Right? There's no doubt about it. As many as 100 have already been pushed out of the fields and into the shrinking auto body sector, which is expected to... So the cats are getting pushed out of their home. Why am I talking about this? I don't know, because I like cats, right? And it does seem that, you don't own the fucking cats, right? The cats have a right to be there. Why? Because they're not human. They're not allowed. We're going to take away their home, and we're going to kill them. We're going to round them up and cut off their testicles and ovaries and shoot them up with all kinds of hormones and fucking vaxes. Right? Because they don't have rights. I believe leave the fucking cats alone. Leave the cats alone. They know what they're doing. Right? They've survived 100 fucking years. People feed them. They feed on their own, you know, they know what to eat. They eat rats, they eat mice, they eat chipmunks, right? They'll eat big bugs, they'll eat anything, right? Cats are kind of a scavenger animal, even if they're hungry. Leave them alone, right? Bring food, most feral cats you're not going to pet anyway. You're not going to get too close to these cats anyway, unless you throw a fucking net over them. But I say leave the cats alone. There they are, beautiful cats, all different colors, shapes, and sizes. They're mostly enemies, except when it comes to the cat lady coming by, dropping food on the ground. Then they're all friends for a minute. And then they go back to hating each other. So guys like this in the auto body shops that surround Shea Stadium, muffler guy feeding cats, right? This guy dumps like $200 a month on cat food. Good job, man. Good job, right? That's what you do. Right? I feed the cats outside all the time, man. So I salute these people that come to the rescue for these animals. They're beautiful. Who could deny the intelligence of a cat, the warmth and love of a cat? Right? They're beautiful animals. They don't bark. So anyway, let's pay attention here and save the cats, and not be stinking, dirty, animalistic humans and round them up and kill them, or put them in diseased shelters where they last a week and then they get killed. Just leave them alone. Leave the cats alone, and they'll be fine. Right? That's what I say. So here's your penis. Hold on to your penis for this one. What really happens to a broken penis? A broken penis, and which sex acts are most likely to cause it? There's a video. The video. Let's just listen first. Let's read first before we watch a video. A broken penis. What time is it, by the way? 2 more minutes and the market opens. A broken penis is many a man's worst nightmare. Hell fucking yeah. Breaking anything is your nightmare, really. The gruesome reality of penile injuries has been revealed in a new educational video on YouTube from the Institute of Human Anatomy, a lab specializing in human cadaver research. Right? So, an estimated 1 in 100,000 American men will suffer a broken penis. 1 in 100,000. That's not a lot. That's like 10 in a million, right? It's not 1 in a million, but 10. You got a 10 in a million shot of breaking your penis one day, right? 10, right? And the penis must be erectile for it to break. A soft penis doesn't break; it bends. That's a great subject. Huh? And I apologize, AI. We're talking educationally and philosophically. I know AI doesn't have a penis and can't break it, but we humans certainly, at least half of the population, the male population, and there are males and there are females. If you want to find out who the males are, the males have a penile plant, right? The penis tells you that this is the male, right? In all species, even humans, right? You look out and you see the cat, right? The stray cat has a ball sack, right? You know that the ball sack is attached to the penis, and you know that is a male, as opposed to the other gap or nothingness, or right? You know the sexes by looking at the organs, but humans, if you wanted to find out if that dude competing against the girls in high school in the track event is really a boy, right? And he says, I'm a girl, I'm a female, I'm a woman, right? Well, then let's see what's down below. If you have a rod and cones, right, that can break, we need to know about that, right? Because that puts you in the category of male. Right? But anyway, here's the severed penis, right? And let's listen to this guy. This guy's pretty interesting. Let's listen.
Welcome to the lab, everyone. Today, I'm going to take you into the minds of some of my students. which can be quite the interesting place to be because during our male and female reproductive lectures, I tell my students that they can pretty much ask me anything about human reproduction. So as you can imagine, I get asked all sorts of what we'll call thought-provoking questions. One that I've actually been asked multiple times before is, can you really break the penis? And if so,
Ouch.
what happens? Well, you can most definitely break a penis, and this is actually called a penile fracture, but it may not be exactly what you think. So today, we'll talk about the relevant anatomy and how it relates to a penile fracture, how this fracturing occurs and also fractures one's heart and soul, the symptoms someone experiences, and of great importance, can you even treat and fix a penile fracture?
I told you, it's real, right? You can really break a penis, according to this guy, right? Put it up 7 days ago, 200,000 views already. I believe it's true.
Or is someone's reproductive existence just doomed? And we should probably also talk about preventing a penile fracture in the first place. It's going to be...
This guy is a cadaver researcher, right? He works around dead bodies all day long, right? And I think dead male bodies die with an erection, right? The blood flows into the penis, and most dead bodies have dead male humans have an erected penis, right? And that's probably where you can see if it breaks. Right?
An awesome one. So let's do this.
Food prices are just too high. Kamala Harris's plan will bring costs down. Donald Trump, he'd impose what is effectively a national sales tax. A Trump tax that'll cost a typical family $3,900 a year. We need a president who fights for us.
I'm telling you right now, I found the holy grail of greens, and it tastes like a fruit snack.
Oh, wow.
I've been taking greens for about...
So you could see in Pennsylvania, I get hit with those are pro Harris commercials. They're everywhere you look, in the mailbox, on YouTube. My phone doesn't ring. I won't answer it. I think I get text messages promoting Harris. Those all get blocked.
So let's talk about the anatomy of the penis so we can more fully understand a penile fracture.
Thank you.
Contrary to one of the slang terms used for an erect penis, there are...
Let's look at the markets, and then we'll come back to the penis. And whoa, yeah, we're up. Donald Trump stock up 6.5%. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a sign that people are starting to think that the honeymoon is over. Trump's stock right now, good morning, is up. DJT, Donald Trump Technologies, 1813, up 6% this morning. Coming off the bottom, 6%. Take it, right? And what else? Technology's under pressure, but not today. NVIDIA up 340 per share. Google up 262. Apple flat. Amazon up 3.5. Facebook, formerly Facebook Meta, up 7. Microsoft up 5. So big day, there's a lot of momentum in technology. I don't know why right now. Boeing up 5. Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, the holiest of the holy medical industrial complex vaccine stocks are mixed. Moderna up $1. So overall, NASDAQ is up 195, Dow Jones Industrial Average up 191, and the S&P 500 up 46. Very, very green. A half a percentage point to a percentage point up, it seems, across the board. And Trump. We'll see if Trump's stock can keep riding up. Maybe this is the ground. Maybe this is maybe this is ground zero for Trump's stock. Tomorrow, he faces off against Kamala Harris for the first time. If he knocks the skin off the ball, Trump's stock goes up. Right? If Trump knocks out Kamala Harris, which is very, very possible, 90 minutes is a long time, and Trump is not going to come in softly. If Trump was up by 10 points, he may have come in slightly soft and more humorous, but it's not funny anymore, right? All the marbles are on the table right now, right? This is go for broke, right? Trump is going to call in. He's got to do it. Trump has got to go for it. He's got to be, aggressive without being, seemingly feminist or anti-woman or anti-black, because that's what they're hoping to do. See, he insulted a black woman. No, you idiot. The black woman is running for president of the United States. Therefore, she has to defend herself like any other person who runs for president of the United States, regardless of race. The only thing that matters is that she's American, right? In that situation, you are an American. If you can't take the heat because you're stupid and you're black and you're a woman, and those are your reasons for fucking, claiming that the other guy is bad, well, then you should get off the stage, right? Just get off the stage. So what else? Oh yeah, we're talking about penises. Let's talk. Don't break your penis over this.
There are no bones in the penis, and so a penile fracture is not like a typical bone fracture.
Okay, so there's no bones in the penis. We just learned that. Great.
So then, what actually breaks?
What breaks?
Well, if you take a look at the inside of the penis, which I'm about to show you a cross-section through a real penis, you'll see there are two erectile tissue bodies called the corpora.
Yeah, it looks like a Martian, right? Doesn't the severed penis look like a Martian? Tell me if I'm not wrong. Look, that's my thumbnail today. I did it. I put glasses on the penis, right? But look at the penis. It's eyeball, and a little mouth and a nose. It looks like someone from Mars, right? You have Mars is I told you everything is within. Everything out is also within. You have a Martian. There's a Martian that lives in your severed penis.
Cavernosa, located on the dorsal surface, or what you might think of as the top of the penis. These fill with blood during an erection, and the exact details of how that occurs is covered in our erection video that we've already done, so I'll link that at the end.
All right.
There's also a more spongy, less vascular, cylindrical erectile tissue mass
Right around the mouth, the beard.
on the ventral or underside of the penis.
Now, wouldn't that be a great AI if you can get the mouth to move, like talking, right? This is the talking severed penis. There should be memes, the talking severed penis.
Called the corpus spongiosum.
Vinny says dick face.
And this contains the urethra, which is a passageway for urine and seminal fluid.
That's his nickname, dick face.
And keep the urethra in mind as we learn more about penile fractures. But there's one other very important structure or tissue that we need to make note of. And that is this white-looking connective tissue that is surrounding the erectile tissue masses. And this is called the tunica albuginea. Now, when the penis is not erect, or in other words, flaccid, the tunica albuginea has no tension on it. You could kind of think
Flatunia allogenea.
of it as bunched up, and
A
that's
flaccid penis.
partly why a flaccid penis can move and bend in all sorts of different directions
You could swing it.
without any pain. But when blood starts to fill those erectile tissues and the penis starts to expand, eventually the tunica albuginea will stretch and get tight and stop any further expansion of the penis. And this is what provides the structural support
Right.
and maintains the shape of the erect
All
penis.
right, so how does the penis break? Come on, man, get to the point. We're already 3 minutes into your fucking video.
So now that we know the relevant anatomy, how does a penile fracture actually occur?
Yeah.
Well, in a way, it's kind of an aiming issue. You missed the target you were going for and hit an
All right, so number one way to break your penis is to miss the target. Miss the target. I'll let you fill in the blanks there. Right?
movable object.
Get your target straight. Get your fucking aim straight.
Or in other words, you hit another part of the body that was not meant to receive the penis. And typically this occurs during vigorous sexual activity because there has to be some level of vigorous force and or velocity to damage the penis.
Right.
Or it could possibly happen with some other blunt force trauma to the erect penis.
So if you're walking around your office with an erect penis and somebody kicks it, that's another way to break. Right? So number one, missing your target during sex. Number two, getting kicked in your erect penis, says this guy. There's another way to break your penis.
Or even some cultures where they will forcefully bend the penis in order to make an erection go away. But essentially, a penile fracture occurs with sudden and forceful bending of an erect penis. And what this does is tears or ruptures the tunica albuginea.
So the good news is that you can only break your penis while it's erect, as opposed to it being Mr. Softy.
Now, we are obviously going to want to talk about the signs and symptoms of a penile fracture, but I do think it would be worthwhile to give us a quick break, which is actually kind of a poor choice of words here. So more like a quick breather from this support your cells, gut, immune nutrients found in ARMRA. So what are the signs and symptoms of a penile fracture? Well, many of the signs and symptoms are immediate and unmistakable. People may hear a popping or a cracking sound combined.
A popping or a cracking sound. Oh man, you hear your penis pop and crack. Ouch.
And with sudden and severe pain. This is accompanied with a rapid loss of the erection with swelling and bruising of the penis, as well as a deformity and abnormal bending of the penis. Now, if this occurs or one suspects a penile fracture, you would want to seek immediate medical attention because delaying treatment could lead to complications such as
I broke my penis.
erectile dysfunction, permanent abnormal penile curvature, and continued pain during erections. Treatment for a penile fracture is almost always surgical, which is
Surgical. Oh man, so they're promoting surgery here. If you hear a snap, crackle, pop in your penis when you miss the target, or someone kicks your erect penis and you hear the snap, crackle, pop, don't worry about it. They got a surgery.
involves making an incision to access the tear in the tunica albuginea in order to repair it, as well as possibly repair the urethra, as some penile fractures can also damage the urethra. So repairing that so urine and seminal fluid can flow properly is obviously quite important.
This is what it sounds like when you get kicked in the penis and it cracks. I think it's this one.
Now, there may be some people who wonder if good old-fashioned rest, ice, and anti-inflammatory medications could be used as a treatment option rather than surgery, because who wouldn't love to avoid surgical incisions in their penis? And there have been
I have never, ever in my life heard anybody suffer from this. Never. I've never even heard of this. This is like newfangled. This is a newfangled. Maybe it's a medication fucking reaction, and nobody knows it yet. Right? And you think it just weakened your penis. It didn't cause the fracture.
cases where penile fractures have been treated non-surgically, but the non-surgical approach is much less preferred due to the higher risk of complications and less favorable long-term outcomes. Because with surgery,
I like the doctor. The doctor puts his hand on your back. He hugs you when he's talking about your penis. You saw that? You see the doctor's hand on your back, man? How's your penis
is
today?
much
I'll narrate. How's your penis today, sir? This is your penis and it broke.
less preferred due to the higher risk of complications
Get your hands off my back unless you plan to do something, because my aim isn't very good, you know.
and less favorable long-term outcomes. Because with surgery,
There's a bit of homophobia. There's a bit of a homo logic in all this. I don't know why. I don't know why.
most males can return to normal
It's
activity,
like a gay video.
including sexual activity after a full recovery. Now, earlier I mentioned we would also talk about preventing penile fractures. And you
How do
might
you do
think
that?
that sounds a little funny because no one really tries to get a penile fracture. It's
True.
an accident of passion. And while it's obviously not always
Not if you got kicked.
possible to prevent accidents, here are some tips from the Institute of Human Anatomy to help minimize your risk
Okay.
of fracturing a penis.
All right, so here we go. Let's pay attention. This is how you prevent a fractured penis, right? So far, we've learned that you can break your penis, and now we're going to find out how to prevent it.
1. Be mindful during sexual activity, especially with vigorous movements or unusually angled or acrobatic positions.
That's ridiculous, right? Right? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you're
2. Communication is key, people. Communicate with your partner if something feels a little off, awkward, or
This is actually like a messaging to women, right? Grab the penis, it breaks. Get that penis and break it. Fucking bend it. I'm gonna break your penis, motherfucker. You're gonna marry me, or I'm gonna break your penis.
starts to hurt. You don't have to act all stoic and tough, because after all, the integrity of your tunica albuginea is on
You broke my penis.
the line here. Also, if you are participating in a solo act here, Listen,
Imagine the court case. Imagine the court case. This is a man is suing the woman for breaking his penis, right? You moved unexpectedly while I was aiming, right? You moved and I missed my target and I broke my penis and it's your fault.
to yourself. If it hurts, back off a little bit. 3. Avoid situations where the erect penis might be accidentally bent or struck. I guess a specific example of this would be to avoid playing sports with an erection. 4. If you recall, I mentioned that some cultures will quickly bend the penis in order to
Playing sports with an erection. What about the Viagra folks, right? The people that take pills and they get a penis erection for 4 hours. Now, that's a medical, maybe that, Marcus Conte just cracked the mystery. Why are penile erections suddenly, why are people suffering from broken penises? Because of the Viagra and the other pills that men take to prolong and or get their first erection, right? Without the pill, they take the pill and then they're erect. But the erection doesn't go away right away because you're done. The erection lasts, I'm told, for hours. So maybe that's why suddenly there's this realization that penises can break, because they are breaking because dudes are walking around with erect penises from 2 hours ago's action.
quickly reduce an erection. Now, I truly am not trying to be culturally insensitive at all here, but if there is another way to potentially reduce the erection rather than quickly reduce the penis, we could maybe explore those options. And I'm not implying masturbation here, as some cultures and religions try to avoid masturbation, but maybe something like going for a quick run or doing some push-ups or some quick jumping jacks to direct blood flow elsewhere.
Well, how about don't take any fucking pills that make your dick hard?
Because those are some quick possible options when a cold shower or a cold plunge isn't readily available. Oh my gosh! And as always, thank you for watching today's video.
All right, that was good, very educational. I feel like I know. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I feel like I know more about the erect penis. I hope you do too. And well, I'll see you guys. I'll see you. Great show today. Great subject matter. I'm excited to see the Trump face off against Kamala Harris. It's going to be epic, really. I don't think Trump, if the commentators start to lean in favor of Harris, I think Trump is going to protest. Trump is going to speak up. You might even see Trump walk off. Trump could walk away, walk off the stage. Something. Trump is. If I were Trump, I'd be looking for a game changer. Right now, it's not looking good. The fake news and the degree to which the media is pounding Trump and elevating Kamala Harris is really, really epic. It's, millions, probably $1 billion going into that effort, right? But the real Kamala Harris is the Kamala Harris that walks onto that stage and faces her fucking competitor and does it, right? And is able to carry on that conversation and defend herself, defend her record, or whatever else Trump throws at her. And Trump's not going to shut up. Trump has to fucking run her over. Right? I think that's an accurate assumption. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys. I won't see you guys Tuesday. I'll see you Wednesday, and Wednesday morning we'll talk about the debate, if it's still even topical. I think it will be. And most importantly, do not under any circumstances break your penis. Marcus Conte reporting.